Today we are looking to see how we can create an invoice from within the platform. So we can create an invoice for a customer without the customer purchasing directly from the store. In order to do that, while we are logged in, we want to make sure we have the product created. So we'll check the products, and let's say we want to create an invoice for this blue shirt. So we already have the product created. If not, you need to create a product. Then we go to store, orders, and add a new order. And here we have some options. We can either select the customer and type in the name of the customer, or just use the guest. If we use the guest, the billing address will have to be filled manually. So let's search for a customer right now. Let's see what we've got. So we'll say John Doe, we'll use ourselves as the customer, and the system finds the user. And if we select it, it will automatically fill the billing and the shipping. So for that, we already have the data. In the case that the customer is just a guest, we're going to go again to orders, and we're going to take the guest as an example. So let's click add order. And we're going to leave this to guest. And for billing, we're going to add the name. Let's say Jane Doe, and the company name. And we need to add the address. And for example, if you are in Europe, you can add on the address line too. You can add the VAT number, for example, the company identification number, like depending on the country you are, it can be a different number, right? And then you add the city, and you add the postal code, the country, you have to choose a state for the customer, let's say Illinois, and the email address, the phone, and so on. You can also select the payment method, which would be in this case, most likely direct bank transfer. And you can add the shipping details if you have shipping details. Then we go to the second section of the order, and then we'll add product. Click add item, then click add product. And we talked about the blue shirt product. Let's search for it, blue shirt, the system will find it. And then we add the quantity. And we have the cost, the quantity, and the total. If you have VAT selected or something like that, if you have tax selected and created and set up in the store, then you will need to click recalculate, and it will recalculate the order with the VAT. In this case, we don't have any tax, and that's about it. So we want to make sure we check for everything. You see, there's no invoice, there's no PDF invoice data. And then we create the order. When we create the order, an invoice can be generated. So you see we have the button with the invoice here, PDF invoice, and the invoice is not yet generated, but if we click on the PDF invoice, it will be generated and it will be sent to the client. So now we've generated the invoice. We can download the invoice and we can send it to the client ourselves. If we click refresh, we can see here the check mark that the invoice was generated and that it was already sent to the client. If we want to do different actions, here we can complete the order. We can select customer invoice over order details. And if we click save order and send email, it will send the email with the invoice to the customer again. And here we can do the same thing. So this is how we create an invoice fast for a customer that is guest or that is already a customer that has an account on our website.